Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a second look at the impossible quest for Brutus. And the reason why I'm doing this now is because I think I've mastered the quest. I just played a 2-hour window and no losses, so yeah, I'm feeling very comfortable in this mission. So I thought I would share my kind of what I picked up from having played the mission many times. All of my characters are pierced with null damage wall. And then the first character there, we want to go up there and get rid of the wizard, because the wizard will speed up the attacks of all of the other enemies. So yeah, get rid of him first, and then the attacks will not come out as quickly. And then next up, we want to get rid of the spritzers, because they will drop stopwatches, which will delay all of the enemies on screen's attacks by one turn. So if we do those two things in combination, then we can really lower the amount of damage that we take. Same deal here, we want to get rid of the wizard the first turn. And then this team that I'm using, minus my friend, this is pretty much my ideal team, after having tried lots of different guys. Fukahide, I feel, is the best max luck, because pretty good attack, and then a blast bump combo. You can't really rely on bump combos to do damage in this mission, but they can help you get rid of that last little bit and then help you take down guys. He also has critical, which is pretty amazing for this mission. And then finally, he has a strike shot where he can kind of really fill the screen. He splits in 4 and then moves around and can help you clear a field. Next up is Alexandrite. Very high speed, very high attack. Also critical luck skill, which is crazy. And then a strike shot where she improves the boss's weak points. Alright, so third stage here. If you can get rid of the Jester very quickly, then all of the other guys will run away. So if you started this mission with a guy like right on top of a block, you can just do left and right, get in that loop hit and take down the boss. That's not too likely to happen, so I recommend going after the little guys first. I would say go after the Spritzer first. And then once you get rid of all of the little guys, then you can go after the boss. And then as for the stopwatches, I would save them. I wouldn't use them when the boss is alone. I would save them for when that drone in the middle kind of revives some other little guys. So yeah, little guys are out, we'll pick up the stopwatch, and then yeah, just keep doing damage to guys. And then I feel like the first few turns you should take down the little guys, and then have that stopwatch out. And then once the little guys are revived, pick up the stopwatch, and then just kind of concentrate on the boss. I would say you don't have to go back to going after the little guys. And then kind of the most important things I feel to keep in mind while doing this mission is to look at your positioning and then see how quickly you can get through a stage. So here is very important. We want to look at our third and fourth acting characters in particular, and then see if they are, you know, lined up to do a lot of damage to the boss. This mini-boss will move down on the third turn. So if the third and fourth characters, Alexandrite and Fukahide, if they are in good position, we can just kind of ignore the little guys and then take down the boss on the third turn, ideally. We will take a little bit of damage on that third turn, but if we have enough HP, then we can, yeah, just kind of aim for that third turn clear. Okay, last stage before the boss sequence. Here I like to end this stage in the upper half of the screen, as high as I can get. But of course, first thing we have to do is get rid of the wizard, so we'll do that. With all of my other characters, I'll take down all of the other little guys as I move them up, hopefully into position. Alright, so that's perfect for Juliet. And then one character is going to have to sort of be in charge of getting rid of the characters in the lower half of the screen. So I'm thinking about Fukahide for that. Chances are you are not going to clear this mission before that first revival, So Alexandrite will stay in position to get rid of the wizard once he comes back. So yes, Alexandrite will get rid of this wizard, and then the next character will get rid of the Spritzer, and that will set us up for the first boss stage. And then this is the only stage where I feel like setting up for positioning is very important. In all of the other stages, you don't have to worry about it so much. Okay, first boss stage. And then, yeah, if I have enough characters in the upper half of the screen, I'll just go straight for the boss. If I do not, I could use a strike shot to maybe, you know, get rid of the boss in one turn. But if I don't have enough characters, or if I don't have enough confidence, rather, to take down the boss within the first 3 turns, then I'll go after the little guys. Same order, Wizard, Spritzer, and then the other little guys. So yeah, really look at your positioning of your guys, and also your turn order, once you enter every stage. Alright, so there I think we got him in 3 turns. I had enough HP that I was able to take that hit, and then, you know, just keep concentrating on the boss. Here, if you had a guy on top of one of those blocks, and you had the weak point right above or below you, it might be worth using a strike shot to, you know, just clear this stage outright. But most times I just go after the little guys. And then the ideal thing to do is to take down 2 guys in 1 turn. So if you have a guy like in Fukahide's position, he can go up and down, and then hopefully take down both of those guys. If not, if you start and they're like in Alexandrite's position, you can just do left and right, go in between those blocks, and then take down the one guy. But yeah, basically just take down all of the little guys that you can, and then once they're all gone, then you can go after the boss. And again, we're going to save that stopwatch for when the little guys are revived. So we'll stay away from that with Juliet. Little guys are revived. We'll pick up the stopwatch. And then again, looking at our positioning of the characters and also the turn order, we can think about if we have enough firepower to get rid of the boss within the next like 2 turns. If not, we'll just go after the little guys until they're all gone. Alright, so we're looking pretty good. I'm keeping an eye on that heart and that stopwatch. At this point, I don't really need the stopwatch, but I would like to start the next stage with full life. So we'll see if we can pick up the heart and clear the stage in this turn. Not quite, okay. Alright, if the little guys had come back that same turn, the boss has so little HP that it wouldn't have been worth to go after the little guys, so we would just go after the boss, clear that stage. And that was probably the most difficult stage. This stage here I feel is not as difficult. Again, we want to maximize the positioning of our characters. If they start at the top, like where Juliet or Fukahide are, we can just go back and forth and hopefully take down those 2 guys. With Alexandrite, again, we can go back and forth, take down those 2 guys. If we start with a guy on the far right, we can go up and down and then get rid of that Spritzer, and then also maybe those 2 guys on that vertical. The one place where you can't do any of that is if you're on like the very left or very right of Brutus, but then you can go back and forth and then get that damage in, hopefully into the weak point. And then Mana as a friend, she's good. She has high speed, so she can get lots of hits on guys. I save her strike shot for when the boss is alone. It is a delay strike shot, so you might be tempted to use it and try to hit everybody that you can in order to slow down everybody. But I would save it for the speed and power up more than the delay. Okay, so that was Brutus. I actually did not need Alexandrite or Juliet's strike shot, both of which kind of power up the weak points, and then also give you a speed and power up. But I could use that to, you know, clear a stage outright. And yeah, those are my ideal members. Other good friend monsters are like Shion. I really like Shion. She has a Slayer which works on the wizards. She has a 12-turn strike shot which goes through blocks. So you can use that pretty freely. And then Azazel is also good. He has the speed up, which can help your other characters. And then a 12-turn command strike shot, which can also help you clear a field. But yeah, as you can see, I got a clear under 10 minutes, which is pretty good for an impossible quest. And the fastest I've ever got is like 7.5 minutes. But that kind of relies on your positioning at the start of a mission, at the start of a stage, and if you can, get that loop hit in right away. But yeah, I feel like this mission can be cleared pretty quickly, and so that should speed up making the max luck. And then as a max luck, I really, really like Brutus. She's not a good support character, but she's very versatile and then kind of self-contained. She's got the double null, the null gravity barrier, null warp, but with her 12-turn strike shot, she essentially picks up null damage wall and null mine. So like every 3 rounds, it's like she has null everything. So that's pretty good. And then her bump combo, it's that kind of rebounding chevron bump combo, which is a pretty good source of damage for a drop monster. And then if you use many of it in one, so if you use like a team of Brutus, then all of those bump combos, they kind of help each other. So they can be a good damage source. And that also makes Brutus one of the few impossible monsters where it is worth having multiples of her. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting the max luck of her. And yeah, that's definitely looking doable with this team that I have and then also this strategy. Okay, hopefully that was helpful and we'll see you again. Take care.